no gold is not enough.
Hey everyone, Flopboxer here and welcome back to my channel. As a few weeks ago, the update 10.0 is out and hell yeah, there was another biggest update I've ever, just the biggest update ever. Every time when it comes to anything with zero, that means there is the biggest update ever. So yeah, there is a new tech tree tanks, and there's some premium tanks, and there's even advanced tanks, and there was a season 1 Retrotopia, which I'm gonna talk about later. But look at the garage. That's the atomic. That. God damn, my grammar sucks. That's the atomic heart R garage. That's exactly atomic heart R garage. Hey, let's listen to this bad boy. Retro Future. Atomic Heart. That's right. That is really good. Ah, joke's on you, I hate that. Alright, speaking of that music, let's see some new tanks. And let's start with a brand new Czechoslovakian heavy tanks. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. When you have a Volkswagen M42, and you can go into the engine on the top, and you can continue to the tier 6 one, which is a Skoda PJS. And this tank, look at this. This is the one of the cursed tank in the entire VZ55 line. That's the cursed tank I've ever seen. I mean, look at that. It's a Frankenstein tank. It's a Frankenstein tank. And I and I and I really hate on this. So, let's get into the stock one. So, let's see. It has bad aiming time, decent dispersion, and pretty good-ish DPM. And the penetration is good, quite good, but the gold shells not that well good. And let's see, so this one, let's see how this can improve. Well, not that much. It has worse dispersion, but it has better DPM, which is nice, and a little bit ish of penetration. So, and there's a damage. Yeah, so much goodie, because in a stock gun you have 75mm, and this one you have 85mm. So, yeah. Let's see the last one. And not that it has better than this one. And this got now much better DPM, which is really nice. Really, really nice. And this tank, it reminds me a gun of the T-5485. Where is it? Is it D5T? Yeah, there it is. Oh, this one? No, that's the top one. So, this tank is actually a Frankenstein. As I see, German hull in the Russian turret of a IS and the Russian gun of a T-3485. But why? Why they just make it a Frankenstein like this? This is actually from 1945 to 1946, I think, because they say it's like 1938 and 1939. What do you mean just make it a fictional tank? It's a fictional tank that is not even real. That is actually a fake tank, because it's so cursed and it's so Frankenstein-like tank. It's a that's a dumb thing, but the turret is from the IS, and the German hull, it came from the VK3001P, which is this guy. Yeah. Sounds familiar? Yes, it is. So familiar as hell. Let's see this one right back it has. Yes, it's familiar as hell. It's so familiar. And the tower is from the IS, and the gun is from the T-34-85. And they make a Frankenstein-like tank. This is the this is the cursed tank in the entire VZ-55 line. And this tank, yeah, the hull is so armored, which is wow, it's pretty good, but not good for the tier 7, so you might be watch out for that. But mostly tier 5 and some of the tier 6 cannot penetrate here, which is really nice. It's really nice for that addition. And the turret, that has this one, which is the first model of the Skoda PJS. And there's a second model of the Skoda PJS. It has some improvements. The armor is so good. So tier 6 or tier 7 can penetrate right here. And you might be sometimes can right there. But not right there because you can get some ricochets. But this one is very close so you can penetrate it here. This tank is ugly for me. It's so cursed that even I don't freaking know about it. It's actually the ugliest tank in this line. The mobility, how about it? Well, 45 kilometers per hour, which is not bad for this heavy tank. And yeah, power generation is not that quite bad at ish. It has decent mobility, but 41 kilometers ain't that bad. Now, let's see, we got a tier 7 one, which is VZ44-1. As you can see, this guy. And yeah, is the younger brother of the Skoda T45, and it has similar hull with different kind of thing, with just some smallish of differences. It has same suspension, which is by Porsche, which is just created Tiger P or just something. It has same suspension like that, and yeah, it has new turret and with better gun, which is really nice. It has the Skoda T45. It has 88mm, but when it comes to this one, the Top Gun, it has 105mm, which is really nice. The projectile gun. So let's start with a completely stock gun. And aiming time is not that good. Dispersion is decent. DPM is quite good-ish, and the penetration is quite good-ish. And yeah, 7 degrees of gun oppression, just like his predecessor, the cursed predecessor, of course. I hate it. This is eh. Now let's get this one, the prototype gun. And it goes worse. Aiming time, dispersion, little bit ish of DPM, which is okay. Here's the well. Then we can get small-ish penetration and kind of damage, which is nice. 100mm has a top of a cherry on top. Now, let's see this one. And it has little bit ish with that. So let's continue with this and this. It has not that good aiming. It's kind of worse aiming time. Not that good dispersion. DPM, wow, 4 damage per minute. Okay, this is better one. But reloading time is a little bit worse than this one. And you can get some penetration, which is really nice. And AP cell, which is gold shells, which is really nice. And the 7 degrees, same kind of thing. But let's see, this turret, 170mm. And this one, it has 190mm, which is really nice for taking tier 6 bouncing on there. But when it comes to tier 8 with top guns, it can penetrate here. So you need to watch out for this kind of turret like that. It's a mega grumpy mistake for that, but tier 6 you can easily bounce for this turret, which is really nice. It's a really nice addition like that. It has kind of German-ish turret, like a small turns, just like the TVP VTU, and yeah, it's a kind of good with that addition. But TVP VTU, it has 10 millimeters better than this one. Yes, it has 200 millimeter, which is really insane. 200 millimeter is really it has really insane armor. So yeah, it's a tier 8 one, but let's get straight to the tier 7 one. So mobility, well, 35 kilometers per hour, which is pretty meh for me. But when you see this one is a little bit better speed. Well, only 1 kilometer. That's it. Only one when you're grinding this kind of engine. But when you go in the top, yeah, it has better. It goes better. Part of the issue is mobility is the same as not that same as the Skoda T45, but you can get similar gameplay, but not that similar gameplay. Just like the Skoda T45, it's a quite not that well. But let's see this one. Let's see what is changed. Hold turn rate and aiming time goes better. Aiming time just a little bit ish better than this one. So yeah. Now let's see the TNH 105 1000. It's a tier 8 one. Now let's see how it is. Just everything on top. Everything on top. Which is really nice. So yeah. Now you can only have 105 millimeters, so it doesn't have any 120 or 122 or 125 or whatever. You can have only 105 millimeters, which is, yeah, that is quite not that well. But yeah, let's see on this one right here. And now dispersion is not that good. Aiming time is decent, not that good, decently not that good. Damage per minute, pretty decent-ish kind of thing. The penetration, it's kind of good for the gold shells, but on the AP shells, not that well good-ish. But hey, let's see on this one, and let's see what it changed. Well, a little bit-ish aiming time, little bit-ish better dispersion, DPM, and even aiming time, just a little bit improved. But yeah, it goes good. It goes better. DPM, the penetration, kind of good. And let's see on this one. As you can see on this one and this one, goes better dispersion, better damage per minute, and you got little bit ish worse aiming time, and you have a little bit ish, yeah, a little bit ish penetration for this one. So yeah, but when you see Top Gun, you have really good gold shells, which is really nice. It has tier 10-ish gun for this gold shells. So yeah, let's see the turret. The turret is already the strongest turret. When you see the Top Gun, it's 236 millimeter, which is really nice. You cannot penetrate the spaced armor. You need to penetrate this kind of thing, this kind of plate. So do not penetrate here and here. You must penetrate here and here. And yeah, you have huge lower plates, and you need to watch out. You need to watch out carefully. So it's just a pretty good-ish tank, but not that well for the lower play, which is not good. But this tank is quite good for that, so you can just make it any kind of job done. Now let's see the mobility. Well, 37, not that well good-ish for this heavy tank, but yeah, it has slow power to weight ratio, is not that strong as well, but yeah. Let's see the suspension will change, better hold remain, and a little bit ish better aiming time. So yeah, now let's get into tier 91, which is like currently running in it on this kind of engine. Let's see what is remaining. 7,300 XP I need to. So let's see on this guy. Right here, everything on the top. Expect the engine, and just remind you that I have only 83%. So I just slowly grinding with that, by the way. Now let's see on this gun. Let's see how it acts. Let's see how it is. You're starting with 105 millimeter, and this both have the same caliber as it is. So yeah, and there is something good it has. It has combat stabilization, which is I already talked about on the open test update 10.0. So yeah, that's a pretty good-ish mechanic. So you can get some aim. You can getting aim better than what you expect. So let's see on this gun. The aiming time, well, not that good. Dispersion is a little bit ish. Well, decently good. DPM is quite decentish, but reloading time is 8.40 seconds. Penetration is not that good, well, but because I'm running for the calibrated shells, yes, it is. So it will be, well, a little bit better. Damage is pretty decent, but pretty good. But yeah, now let's see on this one, which has different damage. So yeah, and this one, comparing on this one, it has better aiming time, just better dispersion. So, and it has better DPM, which is really nice, and reloading time just a little bit better. The penetration is much better comparing on this one. So you have 10 millimeters. So just some improvements like that. And when it comes to this, that it goes not that well. When it comes to this one, you can lose a huge amount of DPM, which is not that good. But when you're running a 122 millimeter, that's why it's so a little bit inaccurate. So not that well, but you can wait longer than when you have this one. The penetration is really good, and even Gaussia's is pretty good too. Pretty not that good-ish that. So well. And you have 7 degrees of gun depression, just like the other tanks, other lines. So, yeah. Now let's see the turret. Let's see on this, the stock one. This, you can penetrate almost any kind of tanks. When it comes to this, you can penetrate here. When it comes to this, you can decently cannot penetrate on this kind of site or whatever. But this tank got a weakest tower with that, so you need to just please to watch out. When it comes to this, you have a little bit of angle. You can a little bit of penetration with that. You can penetrate here, but when it comes to this, you can maybe penetrate here. But when it comes to this, you can penetrate very easily. But I don't know. I have no clue if this can be penetrated with this kind of thing. But yeah, it's not that well. This tank doesn't have just a good-ish armor, so you need to watch out. So I need to take my ammo a little bit, what I currently have. There you go. Now let's get into the mobility. 38 kilometers per hour, which is pretty dang good. Pretty good. Pretty not that well good, but when it comes to, it's pretty slow for that. And when it comes to this, yeah, that something changed. So yeah, speed is now a little bit better, total ratio a little bit better, hold turn a little bit, yeah, yada yada yada. Now see this one, the first model, yeah, it has this one. It has better hold turn and a little bit is worse aiming time than this one. So nothing to expect about it. Nothing to expect about it. And then let's see the tier 10 one, the top of this guy, which is currently getting into it after I was switching the engine, is the VZ55, or you should check so called Vzor 55. That's right, as there's the lord of the top of the line. As you can see, that is really interesting. That is really kind of modern tank I see. Kind of modern, but it's kind of it's from 1955, 1956, or I don't know. I don't remember when it comes to World of Tanks PC historical kind of thing. But yeah, now let's see this gun, what he got. So aiming time, he has 4.5 seconds, which is not that well good. Dispersion is not that decently good. The DPM is not that good, and the penetration it has it has good age penetration. It has 259 millimeter, which is average, which is kind of average medium tank. Like I said, just average medium tank-ish gun. But you can get really good APCR, which is really nice. It had got some improvements. So well, and 7 degrees, just like other tanks. Nothing to talk about it. Now let's see the turret. It has incredible 270 millimeter. I can show you what kind of thing you can penetrate. So you can penetrate lower plate, the driver's port, the driver's hatch, and the commander, just like other tanks. So if you want to penetrate this kind of thing, you need to get the gold shells, which is real pretty strong gold shells you can need. So it's a pretty mediocre tank, but it's a kind of good armor with that. But it's it's kind of good, but well, yeah, not that well armored. The whole level plate, the driver's hatch, this kind of thing, when you can use gold shells and a cupola, a really small cupola, not that small cupola. So, well, the armor is pretty good. Not gonna lie, but the mobility is the kind of same age, like just like his predecessor, and even the T8 one, the TNH 105 1000. So it has pretty mediocre mobility. Now let's see in this one, which is hull terrain pretty decent for this heavy tank, just pretty decent with that. So yeah, it's worth getting this tank. Well, somehow yes, somehow no, because this tank is really good, but I recommend to use Type 71 or even the 60TP, which is really good tank with that. But this guy, it looks like when you're using Skoda T56, so it's a kind of it's a Skoda T56 on tier 10, and it's kind of same playstyle, but when you got the combat stabilization mechanic, you can not being faster than 50 kilometers per hour. And it's a kind of good for these tanks that it has when it comes to have worse accuracy, just like the KV2 needs to have a combat stabilization, because it's the KV2 is the only one that has the worst accuracy. I mean, that's the badass part of that, and yeah, it's worse with that. But hey, now we got some tanks like the STR V81, which is the Swedish Centurion, and it's a Swedish Centurion. It's a kind of Swedish British tank, and it has not that good armor when I saw this one. So let me find it. Let me find it. Well, maybe it has this one, the space armor there, but you can penetrate here or here. That's the same kind of. This one is armored, so I don't know if this can be penetrated. Yes, it is. When it comes to this, you can penetrate it kind of here, so it could be not that one, but yeah, kind of decent for this. It has no armor whatsoever. Expect the gun medlet, maybe, and this one kind of thing. But this plate, so it's just a medium tank. It doesn't have any kind of armor. Expect a turret one, but yeah, it's a Swedish design like that. Oh yeah, now let's see. It has 84 millimeters, so aiming time is pretty good-ish. Dispersion is decently good. DPM is good, decently good-ish kind of thing, and the penetration is pretty good-ish. So yeah, it has 10 degrees of gun depression, which is nice for the hold down. The armor has no armor. No armor for that, for this tank, but it has 50 kilometers per hour, which is really nice. Really nice. And yeah, decent tank, but if you can call it good or not. But let's see. There's another Skoda T40 T25. Yeah, T25. That is available in the current battle pass. And they call him Aeonix. Aeonix. Or something. It has no attachment whatsoever. It has no attachment. Just completely clean tank. But when you're using the camouflage, no, not that one. Where is it? Level 50? No, 55. This guy. Just look at that. Pretty. Another Skoda T25 copy on this battle pass. There's two types of Skodas. First, we got the Spark, and then we got the Aeonix. Why we don't have like, they already have P43, and why we don't have also 40 TP? That's weird. Oh, Basotto. Why we don't have like this? You gotta have the same copy of Skoda T25 because it's a really good tank when it comes to Spark. That's the weirdest one. That's the really weirdest one. I don't even know about it, but it has autoloader just like Spark and the Skoda T25 with a Top Gun, and there's just a difference between this guy and this guy because it has pretty different one. And it has some of them is better, some of them is worse than the Spark. So when it comes to this one, you can see a shell reloading time. It has 1.50 seconds. This one, it got 1 second. So yeah, it's a bit good, but you see the damage per minute. It has a little bit worse than a Spark. So, well, I just said, some of it is better, some of it is worse. This guy got the same armor, nothing to talk about it. Same mobility, 57 kilometers. This one is, no, it has 60 kilometers per hour, which is, wow, that's really difference. That's a very good difference. That's a whole turn rate. Some of them is better, some of them is worse. But which is better, does Aeonix or Spark? What you gonna want to make this kind of thing? So let me know in the comments if you want. But well, I have no clue about it. Now let's see on the upcoming battle passes. We got the June new battle pass tank, which is Theorem. Just look at that boy. What the hell is this? Like, what the hell is this? What is this? What is it down there? Nothing. There's a little kind of fan. Well, kind of weirdo. Kind of actually weirdo. But you can get some penetration for this one. It has 135. Well, 135. Just some of the tier 6 tanks can penetrate in there. But 120, it can penetrate there. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. So let's see the gun. It has bad aiming time, decently good dispersion, and good-ish DPM with good-ish penetration. And yeah, it has 6 degrees of gun depression, but I don't know if this guy will have just like the Type 71, which is the hold down capability. So a mobility 40 kilometers per hour, which is not that bad, and it has not that good power to weight ratio, which is not that good. Now let's get into the tier 5 gun, ladies and gentlemen. Now we got the French one, that's right, the Renault G1. And what is this? That's an AMX 40 turret. That's a dog turret with a heavy ass one hull. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I mean, what the hell is going on with this? They want to make it AMX 40 better or not? But what is this? I mean, really? They make it better or something? No, it has a hull. And it has 91 millimeters. That actually looks like a heavy tank. This is actually, for me, looks like a medium tank. But when it comes to mobility, 37 kilometers. Okay, this is a heavy tank. But it has bad accuracy with decently goodish DPM, and it has penetration a little bit goodish. But how this guy will have a 10 degrees? You can fit with that? With the driver's hatch? No clue. But, well, let's see the turret. Well, actually, this guy doesn't have any kind of armor. But, yeah. It's a French kind of thing. It's an AMX 40, but with a too heavy with that. It had some improvements, but the turret, when it comes to World of Tanks PC, I need to go with that. I need to. Where is that? Where is it? The Renault G1? Oh yeah, Renault G1 on a World of Tanks PC is a residual tank, and he got a completely stock turret. This is a stock turret, and the top turret, well, not that good too. I mean, if Wargaming needs to get the top turret with much better armor when it comes to World of Tanks PC, the frontal plate, it has 60 millimeters. If Wargaming is doing something with this tank before it going to release, I swear of God, this needs to have a top turret with 2 times better armor on the frontal plate of the tower. That's what the hell is this? What the hell is this Wargaming? Come on. I mean, why? FCM F1R? This is not FCM F1R. It has a Renault bullet or whatever it is. Just looking for the armor inspector. And this is not a name. This is the name of the top turret. This is not even top turret. This is completely stock. Why Wargaming would you do that? That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Before, if you release that Wargaming, use the real top turret with much better armor. Come on, Wargaming. Oh, come on. I hate this kind of thing. Mobility, yeah, decent-ish tank, but power ratio is decently good, but hey, this tank is so weird. It has name of a top turret when it comes to World of Tanks PC. This guy, got a stock turret, completely stock. Weirdest thing. I mean, come on. An SA-44? The 75mm one? When it comes. No, it doesn't have. The SA-44 is from the top turret. Are you kidding me? Wargaming, are you kidding me? Are you lying to me? Why are you lying to us? Why? Speaking of that, let's get out of here and let's see the Chinese beast. The 114 SP2. And this guy, actually, it's a tank destroyer. And actually, it's a tank destroyer because of World of Tanks PC. And yeah, it's a tank destroyer. No, actually, it's a heavy tank. Oh, no wait, World of Tanks PC. Just choosing the wrong one. PC, China. 114 SP2. Alright, cool. Yeah, actually, it's a tank destroyer. Why this tank in this game is a heavy tank? Let's see that one. In World of Tanks PC, it has 135mm. This game got 2 times better armor. That is pretty weird. That is pretty weird tank. I mean, actually, the sights. It has 75mm. This one, 160mm. Are you kidding me, Wargaming? Are you kidding me? You just improved this tank too much? You just improved this tank too much? That is weird. It has 152. Yes, it is. And when it comes to the hit points, it's actually a mouse hit points. I mean, mouse are hit points. That's really weird. I mean, that's actually a weird tank. Come on. Come on, Wargaming. Are you kidding me right now? I mean, actually, they just improving this tank too much. But that is actually so weird. Turret is already strong. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But you can get penetrated by a gold shell, so yeah, you need to watch out. The gun itself, aiming time, not that good. Worse as hell. Dispersion, not that good. DPM is decent. And penetration is a good-ish gun penetration. And 7 degrees of gun depression, which is good-ish thing, kind of that. And mobility, 32 kilometers per hour, which is not that good. Power to ratio is not that good. But hey, this got better tank. It's another better tank in this game. When it comes to World of Tanks PC, it's actually a tank destroyer with a worse armor. So that is a huge changes. That is huge changes between World of Tanks PC and World of Tanks Blitz. That is a huge difference. Now let's see what is new when it comes to that. It has some. No. Oh, there's another there's a British tank. There is a Cobra right here. That's right, the Cobra. And it's a tier 9 British medium tank. Just look at that boy. Look at that Cobra. Yeah. This tank is got a hash. The high explosive one. It's 119mm, which is pretty nice in shooting like that. Well, yes, decently good-ish DPM. Aiming time, not that good. Dispersion is not that good. And 10 degrees of gun depression is a cherry on top. So, yeah, the armor, when it comes to armor, when this tank is on a gun elevation, you cannot penetrate here. You need to penetrate here. When it comes to gun depression, you cannot penetrate here, but you can penetrate here. So that is a huge difference. That is a difference when it comes to elevation and gun depression. That's the kind of thing to do that. But yeah, the mobility 45 kilometers per hour, which is good. With good power to ratio, but hey, it's a tank that is good with that. But it has hash just like the Caliban or FE4202. It has 120 millimeters, so it's kind of thing to do just like that. And now we're gonna talk about the season 1 Retrotopia. That's right, you have 3 months to get all of these tanks. And how to get it? There's the buttons that you're gonna need to talk about. There's Operation Pass, Advancing Quest, and milking his money to the wargaming. Ah, that's right. No, when it comes to shop, the store, only thing you can do is just only paying for money, and that's it. Golds? No, need to only pay for money in crates, golds, or even tanks. That is the best idea. Let's see. Like 20 euros. You can get 3,900 kit coins. And that's the badass things to do. There's the advanced quest, which is really nice. And there's a weekly limits, weekly rewards for clan missions, which is up to 320 kit coins, so not that good-ish. Tournaments, yeah. I don't play in tournaments much either, just for some times, but hey, there's a rating battles in Silver League or higher, which is good. But for week, no, that's not good with that. Why wargaming? But by the way, there's the free tanks that you saw YouTubers playing the tank that is back in the day in the Super Test. Is showing, so just YouTubers are showing these kind of tanks, all these kind of things on the Super Test. So first we got Magnete. I see this one. It's a completely stock. So we have a Panther turret with a gun of the Indian Panzer, or if I'm not mistaken, if this gun have an Indian Panzer, I'm not sure. But when you go in the completely top on it, you should get a Indian Panzer. So how to get it? Let's see how this tank got it. So I'm gonna with that. So this one, Magneti. There's a Magneti. There's a Dracula one. Where is it? Magneti. Where is it? Where the hell is Magneti? I need to find it. Magneti. No, I don't want that. This guy? No. Oh yeah, Magneti. And look at this. You need to unlock modules by grinding some kit coins. So you can get something with there's a gun, Canonica, and there's this one, Ataraxia, this one is Magnum 1, the Studium 1, and you go in completing some modules by grinding some kit coins of this one right here, this one right here, this one right here. Yes, all the kind of thing, and to the end. That is the weirdest thing. That is the weirdest grind I've ever seen. We're getting make it so weird with that. And yeah, from my personal opinion, this is a pay-to-win, another pay-to-win event in the whole season. You have 3 months to get it all, which is too bad. But only thing I can do with this goals, if I solve this kind of tanks, I would get all of these modules on a Magneti. Only one the fixer with this kind of gun, or this kind of gun. Yeah, the turret or this one or the turret. So which is the weirdest thing I ever seen, but I have much time to grind it so freaking bad. That is the that is a you need to unlock the modules by grinding with some kit coins. That is the way. If you love paying your soul, giving your soul to the wargaming, you can get all of it. How about maximum? 78,000 kit coins. That is a 78,000 golds. That is the that is the weirdest one. Why do things will have like that? Why this event season will have like that? That is just so weird. That is so actually so weird. You can get only the magnetic and the fixer with some kind of modules if you grind it so bad and even yeah. I mean, how Wargaming is cooking so bad, man? How Wargaming is just cooking so bad? Well, if I if I'm not sure if I will get it with that, but hey, let's get some balance changes. So, shall we? And now we're gonna balance changes, which is I've talked about in the open test server. So open test update. So M18 Hellcat, the durability has buffed, the gun medley got buffed, the armor, the top turret frontal and side armor was buffed, and the armor got buffed. So yeah, that is I just talked about it earlier. Just talk about it in the open test server. Just quite take some of these tanks. So you just should check it out on the open test update if you want to talk about it with that. But mostly what I love this thing is the T28 prototype. They finally showing some love by Wargaming, finally doing something with it. Vehicle durability, good. That is good for this tank. Maximum forward speed. Jesus Christ, they finally fixed it. 20 to 28 kilometers per hour, but it's not enough to get it faster. It's not enough. That is not enough with that. 90 millimeter and 120 millimeter. It has the dispersion. It has a little bit worse on this gun, but this kind of 90 millimeter gun, it has some penetrations, which is really nice. The armor, they finally do it with that. The side armor 50 to 62. The gun manlet is now stronger, which is really nice. Turret frontal armor, nice. It's really good right now. It's really good tank right now because yeah, T30 good another good changes with durability, the hit points, and yeah, now it's much better. It's much better. Aiming time and reloading time is now better with that. So the penetration is now is nerfed. So yeah, let's see the French tanks. So you can see Lily with that. AMX 5120 got some good changes with that. It has new gun with 4 shells of magazines, so it's really nice. AMX 50B, another tank that's showing some love. Shell reloading time, which is good. Crusader, yeah, it has now much better armor with that. It has not that much better, but Cromwell, it has much better armor for now. The top turret is now much better, which is really nice. The Comet, now this guy got a new gun that that contains hash and is really good. It's a really good addition with that, as well as Centurion and yeah, Centurion Mark 71. It's already got it. So this guy and this guy got a new gun, which is nice. Really, really nice with that. So it just some changes with that. So yeah, you can see that with this like this. Hellcat T25. Yeah, that is some changes with that. So and now we're gonna talk about on this one. Now let's get on the really up on it as well. And let's see now. I talked about a season 1 map rotation. So they remove it from the random battles. Not completely, but only from the random battles. If you want to see the Dynasty Pearl, Port Bay, Ghost Factory, Copperfield, and Vineyards, you can see only the training room. So yeah, each season the set of available maps will change. As a result, the gameplay will also change from season to season. In addition, map rotation will benefit newcomers as they will learn to play the available maps much faster and will quickly become valuable teammates. So yeah, it's not removed completely, but I saw there's a map still available in the training room. So yeah, Czechoslovakian heavy tanks. We already talked about it. But hey, there is a legendary camouflages for the entire VZ55 line. So yeah, you can see a VZ55. There's a Skoda PJS and TNH TVZ51. And there's a VZ44-1, and yeah, just legendary camos for the entire VZ55 line will receive a legendary camouflage, which is nice. Lagoon, I already talked about it in the open test updates, so you know about it. Button changes, I'll talk about it. But there's something new. Reloading at the start of a battle, which is really nice addition for wargaming for this game. Previously, vehicles with long reloading times would join the active phase of the game a bit later than others. Now, all the guns will be loaded and ready to fire from the starting second of the battle. The commanders of such tanks have the Contracaro Minotauro, Caro da Combattimento 45T, TVP T5051, and Kranwagen especially appreciate these innovations. This is real nice. Drew say that the Minotaur is broken when it comes to changes on the reloading at the start of battle. For me, actually, no, it's just kind of same kind of thing. But hey, that is good addition. That is really nice addition. Just like, yeah, it's good. Water physics, some changes, which is nice, and legendary camouflages. Only 2 tanks is here, which is nice. Thunderstorm for the AMX 50B, which is really great. Which is really great camouflage with animation. Which is, I love it, which is really nice. And look at the KV, and there was a KV2, looking weird ass Aeromax. Weird legendary camo. It's not a retro futuristic tank. I don't know, but hey, this is kind of weird with that, which is really weird. So yeah, just some good changes and bad changes, but hey, this is just a kind of thing with that. But let's see the PBR tanks. That's right, new PBR tanks. First, as I talk about it, we got the Tiger P, looking really good. Just like the Tiger 1. Now we got the AMX 5120. It got new, just redesigned tank, which is good addition with that. Yeah, looking good. And the third tank, which is a British tank, is a Super Conqueror, a first British tier 10 premium or collector that get this kind of PBR, the HD graphics. Yeah, looking good. But well, that's it, guys. So like to subscribe and subscribe my channel. Yeah, I like that video, and take something good in the comments, and goodbye.